guys, thank you so much for joining us this evening. We're very excited to have you here tonight. And before we go any further, let's bow our heads and thank God for this opportunity. Our dear Heavenly Father, we are grateful for the gift of life. We are grateful for the gift of one another. Our dear Heavenly Father, we have convened today to share in your well of wisdom. Our dear Heavenly Father, may you guide us and may you protect us. May you teach us as we teach one another. In Jesus' name we do pray to you. Amen.
Amen.
Yes, thank you guys for joining. We're very excited to have you here tonight to just enjoy in this well of wisdom, to be able to teach you as we teach one another. And today I am joined by my very able colleague here by the name Karen, who works in Flywheel, which is finance here at TSAVO. And I give her the chance to introduce herself and just say hi to the audience.
Thank you, Alice. Really happy to be here.
Thank you so much for just being here with me and being able to do this with me. Thank you so much for all of you who've joined us. We can look at the people who've come in. Drop a fire emoji if you're here. We are all about financial independence here at TSAVO, and we encourage you to learn with us as we teach one another. So I can see Peter Mutungu, who's dropped a fire emoji. Thank you so much, Peter. I can see John, who's also dropped a fire emoji. Thank you so much, John. I can see Willie Nyayo, who's saying they've joined us from Valerie, who's also dropped a fire emoji. I can see Justus, who's also dropped a fire emoji. Guys, continue tuning in and dropping your fire emojis and letting us know where you're watching us from. Today, Karen, we've convened here to speak about something very close to all our hearts. It touches money. Money is it's a shaky topic in African society. It's almost like a taboo. As we grew up, we wouldn't hear our parents talk about investment, but we want to break that cycle, and we want to be able to come openly and speak about money, learn about money together, and teach other people about money. And today we want to speak about payment plans. We want to talk about how inaccessible the real estate space is. And before we go any further, I want you to take us back and tell us how the market has been and what is this TSAVO that we're trying to do very differently from what the market has been offering.
Maybe what I can say when I think TSAVO,
yes.
I think investment.
Yes.
So, because for me, TSAVO will always be an investment platform, because when I didn't have, TSAVO was available for me.
Yes.
With their payment plans that run up to 5 years, and like the very affordable monthly repayments. So for me, that's moving on like through life.
Yes.
I will always consider TSAVO simply because of that.
Yes. Yes, you've told us that it's able to assist you, it's able to pick you up as a young person from whatever little you have and bring you into a platform where you can be able to earn and get something in the real estate world. So Karen, exactly, when we speak about payment plans, we speak about what TSAVO is trying to do now. Tell us how the industry was previously, that young people like you, that the industry couldn't pick you at where you were at that time.
Okay, so initially for real estate markets, you'd notice that the payment plans that would be available for purchases would be a construction period payment plan. So where you have a developer that offers you like only a payment plan that's within the period they're constructing. So and most of them would be below 3 years. Yeah. Another would be cash. I am a boss somewhere. I've gotten a bonus of maybe 4 million, 5 million, and I'm wondering where am I supposed to put that money? And I decide I can put it into real estate.
Yes.
So, and then real estate becomes affordable for me.
Yes.
Another option was the mortgage, so where you go to the bank, get financing to, mostly mortgages have been used to buy homes and not investments, but we've seen people buy investments with mortgages as well in the market.
Yes.
So you see, for a young person like me, when I'm just starting out in life,
yes.
I really don't have 5 million, to be honest.
Yes.
I can't earn 5 million in a year.
Yes.
Because I'm just starting my career, I'm trying to figure myself out.
Yes.
So 5 million is quite a substantial amount.
Yes.
And then again, I don't have enough assets to go to the bank and get a mortgage loan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that means real estate was completely inaccessible for me. As someone who's beginning in life, I think for the longest time, even in university,
yes.
as close to this as 2 years ago,
Yes.
I couldn't think of owning real estate investments.
Yes, yes, yes.
So for me, that's what the payment plan is. It's me as a young person being able to invest in real estate. It's me as a young person being able to afford investments
Yes.
in real estate. And we all know the value of investing in real estate.
Yes.
So yeah, that's what the market looked like. And,
Yes.
and I feel like those were the struggles then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Before we go any further into the gist, because I would not want people to miss and tell us and to be able to learn how they can be like you, how they can be able to be young and be able to move into a space where they live within their means, they do not overspend and they still plan for a future. So we can continue to welcome the people who've joined us and thank them. I can see Deno Mwesh, who's dropped the fire emoji. Thank you, Deno. I can see Faith Mutuko, who's also joined us today. Thank you. I can see Andrew Waitito, who's also our investor. Thank you, Andrew. I can see Ruth Mwangangi, also our investor. Hi, Ruth. I can see Rose Gidinji. Thank you for joining. Gilbert Mboya, who's also dropped the fire emoji. Faith Mailu, I can see you. Bilha Athiambo, I can see you. Thank you for dropping the fire emojis. I can see you, Monene Kirimi, who's also a Savorite. Thank you, Monene. I can see B Jambi, who's also dropped the fire emoji. I can see Wambura. Thank you. I can see Wangungari. Thank you for joining. I can see Rose. I can see Caroline. Thank you guys for joining us. Kindly tell us what payment plans in your terms means and what your experience has been, and also tell us where you're watching us from. Before we go any further, there's a video going live now that will tell you something about what we're doing this Saturday.
With the rising great demand for affordable housing in the country, Roysambu has become a home to many Nairobians because of its proximity and accessibility to the CBD. This demand for affordable, amazing apartments gave birth to Royal Suburbs 1. From a distance lies the white giant overlooking the town of Roysambu and is now a home to more than 400 young urbanites. It is also a dream come true for the investors who have been consistently earning passive rental income as the residents enjoy the serene environment, cascading gardens, and breathtaking views. With the outstanding success of Royal Suburbs 1 came Royal Suburbs 2, which soon will be home to over 400 audacious urbanites. After its launch at the end of 2021, investors flocked to fulfill this demand, and it is now sold out. We now bring you Royal Suburbs 3. Royal Suburbs 3 comes to restore Roysambu to its former glory of the Royal Suburb. With as little as 24,000 per month, you can own a piece of this suburb comprising of studio, 1-bedroom and 2-bedroom apartments ranging from 1.8 million to 4.5 million. This is an exclusive chance for you to take a step towards your financial independence journey. We believe that every aspiring real estate investor, just like you, deserves the ability to sort out their needs, wants and desires through passive rental income. This is why we tirelessly work to ensure that more and more ambitious Kenyans like you can take a step toward financial independence through affordable, amazing apartments. Invest at TSAVO today.
Thank you guys for joining us. From the video, we have an open day at Roysambu this Saturday. So all roads lead to Roysambu this Saturday. Kindly make time to go and see the project, to go and see what is going on in Royal. We already have Royal 1, which is a complete project, and Royal 2 and 3, which are ongoing projects. There's a link in the comment section for you to register and be with us on Saturday. Please come guys, invite a friend, invite a colleague, invite a family member, come with someone and tell them that you have seen something that is really good. So when we over to you, Karen, when we come back, you have told us about what the real estate market had been. You've told us how TSAVO has been able to give you a platform where with what you earn every month without straining yourself and living within your means and now thinking about your future, you're able to invest. So tell us, what is this that TSAVO has done for you? How did TSAVO come into the market and offer their current payment plan?
How do I put it? Just like I said, so TSAVO came through for me,
Yes.
and it has come through for many other people.
Yes, yes.
When TSAVO was coming into the market, it was around that time where real estate companies had really lost a lot of customers because
Yes.
of, you know, like a developer is coming in, you're giving them your money, and then you end up without a building or an investment.
Yeah,
and your money is just drained like
Yes,
that.
yes, yes.
Yeah, so there was a lot of distrust for developers in the market.
Yes.
And TSAVO identified problems that were worth solving for investors.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, for investors, for customers, for young people around the country and around the world.
Yes.
So for TSAVO, the 3 problems it came in to solve was financial security, affordable investments, and accessible financing.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
And the solutions it had was lifestyle, which is the brand in charge of the young audacious
Urbanites,
Yeah.
yes.
And then there's AAA, which AAA stands for Affordable Amazing Apartments. And then the very last one, which we are discussing today, is a payment plan.
Yes.
I hear there's a story.
Yes, about
behind the payment plan.
Yes. So here at TSAVO, we offer our investors and customers a payment plan. And this is how it came about and was infused into the business model of TSAVO. So as you all know, our founders here at TSAVO are Mr. and Mrs. Mcharo. So that is Emily Mcharo and Leonard Mcharo. You've heard their story of how they sought out to begin their financial independence journey that took them about 14 years thereabout. So when they were beginning with a salary both combined of around 15,000, it was quite hard for them to get something they could begin with. So they went to Athi River and they were sorting for land because they wanted to build hostels, rental hostels. And in their search with their little amount of 15,000 a month, both combined, they were able to find a lady who would sell the piece of land where the Orange County, which is the hostel at the river, is built, and the lady gave them a payment plan. They did not ask for the full purchase price up front. They allowed them to pay for the piece of land over time before they will come and build and now begin their financial independence journey. And if this was done for them, the question they had to ask themselves is, what can we do for other people? So that whatever they want to get and invest in is accessible to them. And that is how the business model of a payment plan was infused into TSAVO. Yes, that's the beautiful story of how we got to payment plans here at TSAVO.
Yes. That's an amazing story.
Yes.
And you see the fact that you'd see something like this was grace
Yes.
given by that woman
Yes.
to our founders.
Yes.
And they found it very, very practical
Yes.
to infuse it into the business
This
model,
model, yes.
into helping other people achieve financial independence.
Yes, yes.
And I think most of us have heard about financial independence, retire early, and that's what we as TSAVOites are really passionate about.
Yes.
So whatever plan we come up with that isn't your journey to it, that isn't your investment to it, that's what we venture into.
Yes.
So I actually think that's really, really amazing.
Yes.
Maybe we can go into what TSAVO offers currently.
Yes.
And what are we offering to the market at this moment? Yeah. So for us, our payment plans run up to 5 years.
Yes.
They run up to 5 years. So when you come into TSAVO, you have a FIRE partner, someone who works with you throughout the journey of the investment. So you talk to your FIRE partner and you pick a unit that you want. The payment plans all run up to 5 years for each and every typology in TSAVO. So it's 5 years. You can choose a 5-year payment plan, 4 years, 3 years, 2 years, and 1 year, whichever you are actually comfortable with.
Yes.
So for me, the 5-year payment plan is actually what is magical.
Yes.
Because of how little you have to pay to actually own an apartment in TSAVO.
Yes.
With TSAVO, yeah. So for me that affordability, the easiness,
Yes.
the way I'm able, even with the little I have just after campus, I'm
Yes.
still able to own an apartment. I'm still able to own real estate. that affordability that comes with it, that comes with the payment plan, then for me is the plus. It's the tick.
Yeah.
It's a tick for me. Another thing, starting off as a very, very young and ambitious person. When you in campus, you want to finish school, get employed in a big company, start earning a lot of money, buy yourself a car, buy yourself a home. You know, like you're thinking about all the things, go on holiday every December. You're just thinking about like where would your money go.
Yeah, that's true.
But then again, you want to end up at 35, at 40 with investments that are able to take care of you during retirement. Because then again, you can't always depend on the retirement plans. Yeah. So for me, what TSAVO has, what I see the payment plan as, it's a tool for me to gain investment discipline.
Yes.
Because imagine, Alice, I get into a company, I'm earning 25,000 as a starting salary. And I'm able to invest 50% of it into buying real estate. And this is an amount I have to commit to paying every single month for 5 years. Within 5 years, I have learned to live within my means. I have learned to live with as little as I can. So there's no point where I would find myself lacking. There's no point where I would find myself overspending or into consumerism. And you know the beauty about TSAVO, it is that one of the things we compete about is consumerism.
Yeah, that's true.
Where we're not competing with all the other real estate companies, but just where do people put their money? So do I go to the mall and buy a new dress, which I would really like to do? Or what do I do with my money? So you see, when I start early, immediately I start earning. When I start having that mindset, and then I'm gaining investment discipline. So for me, that's like a plus on the payment plan.
I also feel like for me also being able to invest, like starting off the way you said, we're fresh from campus, we came to TSAVO, we began working. It has taught me to really ask myself questions. Is this something I really need? Would I be okay if I don't have this new pair of shoe? Would I be okay if I do not go for a girl's date? Would I be okay? So that I'm able to know what are my priorities, and then I'm not able to have too much, and then I'm confused in my hands. So at the end of every month, I already know out of my gross salary, this is what will be taken out and taken to investments. So I'm able to plan myself with as little as I have. And they say, to whom if you can take care of the little that you have, God will put you in charge of more. So when you talk about discipline, I really can see it in my every day and every month planning of my finances. So that's a big plus for why we have payment plans. It helps you become more disciplined. It helps you understand your money deeply and know and allocate it. It keeps you in charge of your money because you're able to allocate based on your needs, the things that you really need so that you're able to go by every month. So that once you become financially independent, the issue of needs is not a problem. You're not able to finance your own needs, your wants, and your desires, and eventually the purpose that you were put on this earth for. So Karen, you've told us about a studio. For example, in TSAVO, we build different typologies. You've told us the 5-year payment plan is for all typologies that we have at TSAVO. So before you even tell us what are they for each and every unit. You can use whatever example you'd want to, maybe the smallest unit, to tell us how does an investor, if an investor takes a 5-year payment plan, how do they pay? If an investor chooses to take a 2-year payment plan, how do they pay? And other than the advantages that you've given us, what are the other advantages inside the model of TSAVO? So I can see more guys are joining us. Thank you guys for being able to join us today. We're very excited to teach you as you teach us, as we teach each other. So continue asking your questions. We're here to be able to assist. I can see Paul Rotich, who's asking how soon will construction work complete. We will answer that. We will tell him once we start our project, how long does construction take, so that we're able to give it to our investors. I can see Wango Nungari, who's saying, am I able to start renting or living in the apartment while I make the payments? Am I renting out? It would allow me to use cash flow towards making payments. We are able to also answer that for you, Wangongari, tonight. I can see Gladys Omaida, who's saying hi. Hi, Gladys. I can see Beatrice, who's also dropping the fire emoji. Thank you, Beatrice, for joining us tonight. I can see Yvette, who's dropping the fire emoji. Thank you for joining us. I can see Frank Othiambo. I can see Frank Mcharo. Thank you for joining us. I can see Kevin Agai. Thank you, Kevin, for joining us. I can see Benson Kyoko, Charlo, thank you for joining us. I can see Nyaboke Jacqueline, thank you for coming. Guys, please drop your questions. We are here to assist. We're here to ease the journey. We're here to hold your hand and be able to take you through your financial independence journey. So back to you, Karen. You've told us about discipline. You've told us about affordability, the accessibility of just being able to know that I can put away as little as I can to be able to finance my investment. So in the business model of TSAVO, you've told us that we have the 5-year payment plan, but we also have the 2-year payment plan, 3-year payment plan, and a 1-year payment plan. So would you take us through how long we take to build a TSAVO? What are the advantages of taking this 2-year payment plan? If you take a 5-year payment plan, which is longer, which is more according to what you can afford, and it is more accessible, how much do you pay for the unit? What is the gist in the business model of TSAVO?
Sorry, I think I'm coming down with something.
I'm sorry, I'm really sorry.
Okay, so maybe I can start with how long do we take to
sorry. Say that here at TSAVO, we have a 5-year payment plan and a 2-year payment plan. In our TSAVO, we build within 18 to 24 months. So when we build from within 18 to 24 months, that is 2 years. And for investors who paid within the 2 years, they're able to take their unit, and earn rent from the unit. But at TSAVO, we ensure that even you who's not earning as much as you can and are able to pay, for example, for our studio, they go for 1.8. We ask you as an investor to do 20%. So 20% is the deposit, and pay the remaining within either construction period, either 3 years, either 4 years, or 5 years. And when you take the 5-year payment plan, it is as little as 24,000 shillings a month to be able to earn your apartment at the end of the project, or at the end of when you're able to complete. I can go back and look at the comments that you're sending us. I can see Lillian, who's asking good evening and saying this is a very interesting conversation. Thank you, Lillian. I can see Alias, who's asking how can I get a fire partner? So as you've been told, the fire partner is the person who walks. That is your first contact person here at TSAVO. It is the person who walks this journey with you. It is the person who contacts you, lets you know about the new project that we have, lets you know about the payment plan that we have, lets you know about the prices that we are offering, and is able to reserve a unit for you, take you through the legal process, that is request an agreement for you, have the agreement sent to you by our advocates, and also take you through, ensure that you do not fall back in your monthly payments, keep on contacting you, enable you to be able to be upfront and to be able to understand what is going on in the project, and to ensure that you receive your site updates every Saturday. Here at TSAVO, we send our investor site updates every Saturday. That is a weekly site update at 5 a.m. every week. So this is generally the person who holds your hand and ensures that you walk your financial independence journey. I can see Andrew who's saying pole sana to Karen and wishing her a quick recovery. Yes, she will be okay. Thank you, Andrew, so much. I can see someone who's saying, Agnes is saying just joined in. Thank you, Agnes, for coming. You will hear more from us and you will get to know more. I can see Anna Okerio who's saying thank you. I can see Alias who's saying, do you get the ownership documents of the apartment? Yes, so at TSAVO previously, we've done a webinar, I think about a month ago, where we were speaking about the legal ownership documents. So in the previous regime, we've been giving our investors a sublease upon completion. So when you come in, you sign your sale agreement. So basically the sale agreement says what are your responsibilities and what are the responsibilities of TSAVO as a contractor. And you sign your sale agreement and you continue. Now you begin the journey. So after you have completed, be it within construction period, be it after 3 years, be it after the 5-year payment plan. Previously, you will get a sublease. But now, the government is moving into a new regime. And in this new regime, instead of getting the sublease, you get a sectional title. You get a sectional title as the ownership document. So yes, here at TSAVO, we will ensure after the project is complete and you have completed your payment that you get an ownership document to show the legalities. I can see Sheila, who's also dropping a fire emoji. Thank you, Sheila, for joining. I can see Eric, who's saying Pole Karen Ugwa Pole. Yes, thank you. I can see Josie Wayne, who's saying, is there a list once one completes the payment? Yes. So previously we will give you a sublist, but now in our newer projects you will get what we call the sectional title, not the sublist anymore. I can see Lian Mjomba saying good evening. This is a very interesting conversation. Thank you, Lilian, for joining. I can see Paul Torich, who's saying how soon will the construction work complete. So as I said here at TSAVO, we take between 18 to 24 months to complete projects. So that's 24 months is 2 years. That's why we also have a payment plan for 2 years. That is when, as the project is being completed, as we're handing over the project, you have completed paying for your unit, and thus, therefore, you begin to get your rental income. I can see Wangongari, who's saying, am I able to start renting or living in the apartment while I make the payments, or am I renting out? It will allow me to use cash flow towards making payments. So currently in the business model that we have at TSAVO, you're not able to pay as you live in the unit, because here at TSAVO, we use the money that you give us, the monthly payments that you make. That's the 20% deposit that you have made, and the monthly payments that you give us every month to be able to finance the building. So we're not able, at this particular moment, we're not able to have you live in the unit as you pay, because the money that you pay every month is what is used to construct and ensure that we deliver the project back to you and the project is delivered on time. Yes. I can see Samuel Mwangi, who's saying how far from Thika Road is Roysambu building. Roysambu is on TRM Drive. It's about 150 meters off Thika Road. So it's on TRM Drive. Yes, and that's where we're also having Royal 2 and Royal 3 coming up. I can see Patricia Gakunga, who's saying, sorry, take it easy. Thank you, Patricia. I can see Donna, who's saying, nice to be logged in. Thank you, Donna. I can see Eric Odok, who's saying, can you change your payment plan midstream in case you fall into some unexpected challenge or even get a windfall? Yes, Eric. Here at TSAVO, the payment plan is flexible. At the beginning, you might be starting off like some of us who are here, and you might take the longer payment plan, because that is the kind of amount you can access at that particular time. But within your journey, 2 years in, 1 year in, 3 years in, and something changes, you're able to access more, maybe from where you work or from a business. You're able to come to us and restructure your payment plan and tell us, I would like to pay quicker. And also on the other end, if you're taking a 2-year payment plan, you had seen that you're able, if you plan your finances well, you're able to pay within construction period, but then something changes. Yes, you're able to come to us and tell us that no, I can't pay within this period of 24 months. I will take the longer payment plan, and we're able to restructure the payment plan for you and be able to give you a payment plan that you're able to access, because we've said as we try to increase affordability, we're also trying to increase discipline for you. What are you able to take out and give to us as we continue to construct? I can see my colleague is back. Sorry, Karen. They're all wishing you a quick recovery. Thank you. Sorry. Thank you for coming back and having the grit to continue and do this with me. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Karen. And there are so many questions people really want to hear. People really want to understand when we speak about this accessibility. What exactly are we talking about? We could read a few questions and have you reply to the few questions that I have, and then we could go back into the gist of it. That's okay?
Yeah. That's fine. That's fine.
I can see that someone is asking, are they able to live in the unit as they construct? So what do we offer at TSAVO? Is it only the payment plan? Is it I explain to them why they're not able to live or why they are able to live as construction goes on, or when the project is complete without completing payments, that I live in and use my rent to be able to offset some of my payments.
So I think initially when we started the payment plan,
yes,
we were doing something called license to occupy. So we'd charge you interest and allow you occupation into the unit.
Yes.
But you see, the risk here was I would still charge you interest equivalent to your gross rent every single month, whether you had a tenant in the house or not. So you see, we'd have your rent coming into your apartment to help you offset the. So you see, a 10,120, which is net rent, is coming in. But I'm charging you 12K. 12K every single month. So you see, if that is happening, then the net effect of it is zero. But I'm transferring the risks to the investor for paying management fee and for paying service charge for that unit. So during those times, then someone would be able to come and live into the unit. However, we changed our model to 0%. So what does 0% mean? It means I'm not charging you. If you come in today and I have just started construction, you will pay me 1.8. If you come in once I've done maybe like 1.5 years, I'm 6 months to completing the project, I will still charge you 1.8, to buy the apartment. But the trick here comes that I'm not charging you interest on that unit. Anyone who's coming earlier or in the middle of the project is still paying 1.8. But if you're taking a longer payment plan, then you will not earn your rent, and your rent will not go towards reducing your balance. This is so that I take the risk of what of those months where there is not a rent in the house, which is very rare, but you'd have like one instance or 2 months where you don't have, where one investor doesn't have a tenant in the house. So because of that, and then someone can't be able to live in the house if they have not completed their payments. Because technically ownership has not been transferred to the investor.
So that's when we're speaking now about the 5-year payment plan and the 2-year payment plans, because we've said here at TSAVO we build within the 2-year payment plan, that is between 18 to 24 months. So the gist of it is after 24 months we have completed the project and we've handed it over to you as an investor. The only difference is if you have not completed, you do not enjoy the rent from the unit, but you're not charged interest. So if you prolong your payment plans, because there's someone who's also asked us, if things happen in life, I was supposed to take the 2-year payment plan and life has become tough. I have now decided to take the 5-year payment plan. We will still take you in, but now the difference is you will not earn your rent immediately. But the person who's completed within construction period, is able to enjoy their rent. Thank you, Karen, for the clarifications, so that we're able to really understand when I choose this payment plan, where do I stand with my investment? If I choose this other one, where exactly do I stand with my investment? To take you a bit, kidogo, before the cough began, sorry for that, we were speaking about our smallest unit here at TSAVO. So I take the studio, the 1.8 million studio. So what is my payment plan? Maybe when we take both extremes, the smallest payment plan that is within construction period, that is 2 years, and the 5-year payment plan. So what do the amounts look like?
Maybe you can get your calculator.
We can do some calculations. Yes, okay. So we've said we've said we urge investors to do 20%. To do 20% upfront, which is the deposit. Will you give us a kidogo finance background of why do we ask investors to do the 20%?
I don't know if you've spoken about why we are able to fund our projects. That 20% is a big factor of how we are able to fund our projects. So if when you come in and you pay the 20% deposit, which of the 1.8 studio would be 360K. So when you pay that, then the remaining amount is what is divided according to the payment plan that you would like. Of course, net of any discounts that are applicable to your account as a TSAVO, right? So if you're taking a 5-year payment plan, then your monthly repayments would be 24,000 a month.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
So
quite
if you-
affordable.
yeah, very, very
24,000 a
affordable.
month.
So
For me to
anyone
get a
who's-
studio in the real estate market,
Yeah.
we're doing well.
So anyone who's just started out in life
Yes.
should be able to afford this.
Yes, yes,
yeah?
yes.
If you're doing a 4-year payment plan, that's 48 months.
48 months for the 4 years.
And then you'd be paying 30,000 a month.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then if you're doing a 36-month payment plan, which is for 3 years,
I mean, it's 30. You'll be doing
you'd be paying
40,000 a
so you'd
month.
be paying 40. You can notice that the amounts are very, very little. So anyone
Yes.
who is earning between the bracket of 100 and 150k a month should be able to afford this investment. In fact, anyone who is earning 100k a month should be able to buy this unit and pay for it within 2 years.
2 years.
The stretch of up to 5 years, then only comes in if you're actually as young as I am.
Yes.
And you can't be able to afford the 50 or 60k a month for the 24-month payment
months.
plan.
Yes.
Yeah. So for me, for us, that's it. The affordability is in the payment plan, but also in the pricing of the unit.
Yes.
Our prices are not the 3 millions for a studio apartment
Yes,
that you
yes.
would see around. It's 1.8 for a studio apartment with in a location that you will be guaranteed to have a tenant every single month.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Karen, for clarifying that. So I go back to my question. There's someone who asked, what if life happens? Because I have come in, I have kidogo understood my money. I have decided not to eat everything I make. I have decided to keep kidogo and put it into investment that will sort my future once I retire and the future of my children. And if anything, be able to finance my purpose here in life. I have come in, I have taken a good payment plan. For example, if I look at my finances, if I look at the job I am working, I have decided I can do the 40,000 a month for 3 years. And then life happens. We have force majeure, all these foreseen circumstances that might happen. It might be a war. It might be I have lost my job, unfortunately.
Even just COVID.
It might be COVID. It might be any ailment of whatever degree. Life has happened.
Yeah.
Here at TSAVO, we say our investors are the closest asset we have to our hearts. They are the most important people, and that is why we set out to enable them achieve financial independence. In this instance, what do we do, Karen?
So we have okay. So one of the reasons as to why I love TSAVO is because at the core of our purpose is our investors.
Yes, yes.
So even as you say, they're very special to us. They're actually the reason we exist, because I don't think if we didn't have that one investor who trusted in us from the beginning,
yes,
we would not be here right now.
Yeah.
So for us, they are our greatest asset, just as you said.
Yes.
So if say, for example, something happens, you had taken a 36-month payment plan.
Yes.
And life just happens. Maybe you lose your job.
Yeah.
And maybe you're able to, say, for example, so we have an alternative department within TSAVO.
Yes.
So people who are actively calling you to just find out how you're doing. It's been 1 month, 2 months, you've not made your monthly repayments.
Yes, yes.
So what's going on? What's happening with life, so that they can understand your situation and best help you come up with a plan that works for you.
Yes.
So we have different ways of handling this situation.
Yes.
It can happen that you have taken a 36-month payment plan.
Yes.
You're not able to make the 40k a month, but you can pay the half of that amount.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
For some investors, we have seen that. So that department then goes ahead and restructures your payment plan.
Yes.
So it makes it in such a way that now you'll be paying 20k a month, what you're able to afford. So of course the amount that you will be paying in the restructuring process is based on what you can afford, and it's also based on where you are at the point of the investment.
Yes.
Yeah. In other instances, you can find an investor has a 1-bedroom. Yeah.
Yes.
So maybe they have a 1-bedroom. They've gone all the way. They've paid up to 1 million.
Yes.
And now it's like the only amount they can afford is like 10 Gs a month.
Yes.
Or it's 15 Gs or 20 Gs.
Yes.
And you see this 1-bedroom, maybe they had taken it already for a 5-year payment plan. So it's on the 3-year mark, and they see like it is impossible to continue with this.
Yes.
So what we do for such investors, we downgrade your unit.
Okay.
So we give you an option of downgrading your unit within the same project. So if you had a 1-bedroom, we can take you to a studio. If you had a 2-bedroom, we can bring you to a 1-bedroom if it's comfortable. If it's not, we take you all the way to a studio. So all these are options we calculate based on like how your account is looking at that time. Another option that we have is we've noticed that it might be the project is almost ending.
Yes.
And you've not gone too far along with your payments.
Yes.
And you had taken a 5-year payment plan. You've not gone too far with your payments.
Yes.
And you already have an amount that's overdue, so many months behind.
Yes.
So for such an investor, I actually advise them to take a unit in another project, because you see, I don't want you to be charged interest for 3 years.
Yes.
For 3 years, yet I can give you a unit that you might be able to complete within 2 years with no interest and still earn income immediately that project is complete. Then I will shift you to, we would shift you to another project, an upcoming project, something that has just started, which gives you more time, more time to make payments. And if worst comes to worst, then you get to earn every single cent that you have paid into TSAVO. So have you paid me 360,000 shillings into my account? I will refund you that exact amount. I honestly, when I came to work here, I didn't think it was possible for like a company to, like in other companies, if you're doing like account management, what would happen is, someone has defaulted in their payment and you want to refund them their money. You refund them minus all the expenses you have gone through for calling them all through the years. But you see, with TSAVO, that percentage does not exist. You're actually refunded the total sum that you have paid into the investment. But this is, for us, this is like the very last option, because then again, as I said, investors are very, very important to us. Our investors are very, very important to us, and at no point would we want to lose them.
What I like the most about what you, your last point is, if you had paid me 360, I give you back the 360. In Warren Buffett's rules of investments, he only has 2 rules, and he says in your first rule, you cannot lose your money, and in the second rule, do not forget rule number 1. So it's very commendable that we ensure that if you come and invest with us, if you begin this journey with us, even when it gets very hard for you, even when you cannot continue, we ensure that you do not lose any money that you put with us. I think someone will be asking, it's okay, you've given me a 5-year payment plan, I'm able to pay you just 24,000 within each and every month of the year, but guy, you're building and completing within 24 months. Which magic are you working? What are you doing? Because with 24,000, if everyone decides to pay you 24,000 a month, I don't think we will complete within 24 months. So what do we work out?
It's remarkable. We've been able to finish 5 projects, and now we just launched our 11th project.
We're still going.
So we're still going. It means there's something we're doing right. So I like that question, because how do we crack it? Because most of when we began this topic, we talked about the fear of losing your money. So you entrust your money to a developer, and then the building is not complete after 3 years. So it's 3 years, it's not complete. Year 4, it's not complete. Year 5, it's not complete. Yani, we've seen so many buildings stall out here. I just keep asking myself, anytime you pass through those roads, how are these investors feeling? And telling myself that even as I work in the finance department in TSAVO, I would not want any investor to get to where all those investors who had trusted other companies
have gotten.
So for us, that was also a major pain in the industry that made us want to do better with everyone who is interested in real estate. So maybe to just like, the reason as to why we're able to fund our project is because of our selling strategy. So we have a way around it. We've worked with it for a very, very long time. And it seems to actually be the way that is working, because we've been able to complete 5 projects, and we still have 6 that are ongoing. And by the way, I'm really grateful to God. So this is a selling strategy. So once we launch out a project, say for example, we launch out a project today. By the time it's between 0% to 45% sold, that is the number of units. Between 0% to 45% sold, we sell that project at at a 5-year payment plan.
Yes.
So you're comfortable with 60 months, you're comfortable with 48 months, you're comfortable with 36 months. This is your opportunity to come into the project.
Yes.
Yeah. And then after we hit the 45 mark, then all the units are taken, like now go to a higher payment plan.
Yes.
So the rest of the units from 45 to 75%, to the 45 to the 75
mark,
to the 75% mark, we sell them at construction period.
Yes.
So if you come in and I have been building for 4 years,
yes,
and then I sell to you that unit for 18 months. So
yes,
you pay me the 20% and the rest of the amount is divided
within
equally within the 18 months.
Yes.
Yeah. So depending on the time period in which you come into the project.
Yes.
When the project is 75% sold,
yes,
then it moves to cash payments.
Yes.
So you can only pay for up to a 3-month payment plan.
Yes.
Yeah. The beauty about that strategy of selling, yes, is the funding of the project.
Yes,
so we ensure even this 45%, 45% of the units sold,
yes,
are still able to be constructed, because we have people buying between the 45th mark, yes, to the 75th mark.
Yes.
So that keeps cash flows coming, that keeps construction going very well.
Yes.
Yeah. So that has been our strategy.
Yes.
And maybe just to mention, Royal 3, which was launched like 3 weeks ago,
yes,
is now at 23% sold. So
wow,
maybe this would be like a nice opportunity to tell people this is your chance to come in and
this is a good time.
Yeah.
This is really a good time if you want the stretched payment plan. If you want to pay 24,000 for the smallest unit, which is a studio, this is the best time to come into the project.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yes. I can see people are asking more and more questions. I can see Karanja who's saying, thank you for answering the ownership document question. Looking at the payment plans, are there any hidden charges, or is the quoted plan final?
So what you'll see in most of our marketing and value proposition materials that go around either in our website or on WhatsApp, what you see there is the payment of the purchase price.
Yes.
And you see in TSAVO, information is freely given.
Yes.
Yeah, like immediately you come in, you're told this is the purchase price, but apart from the purchase price, there is legal cost.
Yes.
As you are all aware, when you purchase real estate, you have to pay stamp duty.
Yes.
Which is the most substantial cost in the legal schedule.
Yes.
So apart from the 1.8 that you pay, you're also gonna pay for legal fees.
Yes.
Yeah. The beauty about the product and the thing I have seen works for our investors is because you see, yes, we have a payment plan that runs up to 5 years.
Yes.
But even in the legal schedule, yes, it's also in kind of a payment plan.
Yes.
You don't just come in and we tell you need to pay this amount of legal fees.
Yes.
You only pay it when it is due. Because then again, if you're running a business that's on investment, you need to understand the value of money for people. Yes. Where would you want your money to go into an account and just stay there? You want to pay for this thing when it is actually needed at that time. So for us, it's divided into 3 stages of course. One is for finalizing of the sale agreement. That also pays for the drafting of all the legal documentation and all that process. The second stage is now when the management, the corporation comes into play with the new Nini of sectional titles. Comes into play. That's now stage 2, where you're paying for your water meter and your service charge deposit.
You're paying basically for your utilities for that unit.
Yes. And then the third stage now is stamp duty, which kicks in immediately you have completed payment. So once you're done with payment, then we encourage you to quickly pay up your stamp duty before the value of the units go too high, and then the stamp duty is much higher. Because
it's an appreciating asset. So immediately if you have completed paying for the unit, you can now arrange to pay for stamp duty and eventually get your sectional title. I can see Chris Simba who's saying information is power, and truly the information being provided is very helpful to us. Thank you, Chris. We are here to enable you. I can see Wangoi who's saying approximately how long does it take to complete your project? We said between 18 to 24 months. That's 2 years. Within 2 years. I can see, do you have to be a Kenyan citizen to take part?
No,
you don't have to be. You don't have to be. For any legal documentation, we have project lawyers. So for any legal documentation that you need to purchase the asset with us, they will assist you to acquire the documentation. So you do not have to be Kenyan. It is open to the world. Yes, I can see Lucy who's saying hi you all. I can see Escape who's saying, what if your income is irregular?
So we've had investors who how can I put it? So say for example you're running a business.
Yes.
You see, for someone like me who's employed,
yes,
it's very easy for me to know what I'm going to earn at the end of the month. It's very easy for me to predict. But if I'm running a business, then it becomes a bit more challenging.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we've had investors who are running businesses have been able to structure their payment plans in such a way that they are paying quarterly.
Yes.
Yeah. So you see, within a period of 3 months, you've been able to come up with the total installments for those 3 months.
Yes.
Because of course, if you're running a business, maybe month 1 you'll not have anything, but month 2 and 3 something small might come up. Yeah. And you arrange yourself based on whatever small earning that comes in, then you make payment. The good thing about TSAVO is we actually encourage you to make your payments as fast as you would like.
Yes.
So you might pick, we've had investors actually 60% of our investors would come in and they're not sure about tomorrow. Yeah, so they would pick the 5-year payment plan. So you're coming in, the project is new. Just give me the 5-year payment plan. I pay 24K a month because that's the least amount.
Yes.
But throughout, maybe on the 6th month, you're given your bonus shares. The share dividends are paid out.
Yes. Something
just happens and you have more money.
Yes.
We actually encourage you to pump in the money into the investment.
Yes.
And we've had people who've taken up to 5-year payment plans but have still been able to complete the payment for the unit within 2 years.
Yes.
So for me, I think it's the kind of communication, because here it's the many conversations that you have, the conversations you have with your partner, the conversations you have with us when you come in finance, the conversations you have with Alice, who is part of the relationship management team.
Yes.
So all those conversations then help us structure our payments in such a way that they are suited for you, who has irregular payments. So I think that would be the best answer to that question.
Yes. So you can always come to us. It doesn't matter what you picked at the beginning. When life happens, you can always come back to us, and we're able to restructure to what suits you and what ensures that at the end of the day you get the investment that you came for with us. And Mr. Life is asking, speaking of the guarantee of having a tenant, am I guaranteed rent even when my unit doesn't have a tenant? I think I can take that one. Here at TSAVO, before we build in an area, we have done our own due diligence. We have been able to understand what's the population in the area, so that we know when we put a block here, when we put units here, are we able to get the young, audacious urbanites to live with us? So when we come, for example, here at Tindegwa and build, we build in an area where we can guarantee you residence. And our model now, our lifestyle model, as we said, lifestyle is the company that is in charge of property management here at TSAVO. In our lifestyle business model, we pay you as an investor as long as there is a resident, because most of all our projects are between 96 and 99% full at every given point. So if we have a vacant unit in a project, it is either 1 or 2 at any given time. We've even gotten to a point where we're having residents. If you leave today, I have another resident who wants to come in for half the month, and they will pay rent for half the month that they lived in. So by the 10th of every month, as an investor, you have already received your rental income. So when we speak about guaranteeing, the tenancy business is something that we have really understood. If at every given point we ensure that out of 12 months in a year, if you miss a resident, it is 1 month. So for 11 months, you have been paid by the 10th, whether the resident has paid or not. So it is the work of us here at Lifestyle as the property manager to go and ensure that the tenant pays. But by the 10th, your rent has already come into your account. Yes. Someone also asked what are the current tenancy levels. So that is between 96% to 100% in all our projects at every given point. I can see Nancy Njoroge who's saying, please kindly reassure that when TSAVO is TSAVO is contracted to manage the apartment. Yes, we are contracted to manage the apartment. So as we've said, we have TSAVO Lifestyle, which is the property management company of TSAVO.
Yeah.
So we collect rent on your behalf with the deductions from the rent that we receive, that is service charge, and then management fee, and the net rent is transferred into your account by the 10th of the month. Someone else also asked if I've chosen the 5-year payment plan and within 2 years I get more finances. Karen had answered that. Please come. We do not have a problem with you saying I had taken a 5-year payment plan, but God has come and I can pay within 2 years. So we just allow you pay within 2 years, allow you pay within a year, and then you're able to get your rent once the building is complete. So Karen, you've been able to tell us how we are able to build, how we are able to finance our projects. And you've maybe an encouragement to, now that we've said we are in our 11th project, just an encouragement to investors and just to let them know that we have Royal. This is the time for them to come in. These are the prices for the units in Royal, and what they will be able to pay for these units in terms of these payment plans that we have discussed to them today.
So I think the project that is currently new and in the market is Roysambu Phase 3. Yes. I think Roysambu has been a very good location for us because we did the first project, completed it I think sometime last year.
Yes.
Mid last year.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, and then we were able to start Roysambu Phase 2. Phase 2 was spectacular because by the time it was 2 months, it was 60% sold, which was quite incredible. Yani, by the time we were going to ground break, it was 60% sold.
Yes.
Just from advertising it to our customers, to our beloved customers.
Yes.
Now we are currently selling Roysambu Phase 3. A studio there is going for 1.8. A 1-bedroom is going for 2.8. And a 2-bedroom is going for 4.5 million.
Yes.
Of course, the 20% deposit. Currently, we are at 23% sold, and it's been 3 weeks.
Yes.
So that you don't miss out on the opportunity to just get the 5-year payment plan, or 4 years, or 3 years, or 2 years, we would like to encourage you to reach out to your fire partners like ASAP, so that you don't miss out.
Yes.
And you see the good thing about TSAVO.
Yes.
After this, like when this gets to 45%, we will have another opportunity for the people who can't still make it to do the construction period payment plan.
Yes.
So I feel like this is a great opportunity for everyone.
Yes. I
wouldn't want anyone to miss out on it, because the privilege we have had with TSAVO is this education that we do. The things that I'm able to talk about are the things I have been taught through my years here in TSAVO. Yeah, and we wouldn't want anyone to miss out on it, and I would encourage that you just pick a unit today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've had, so please, if you've not gotten the chance to pick a unit, this is the time. We are at 23% sold. Please come and pick a unit, and you will be able to walk. We will be able to walk with you as you choose a payment plan that is preferable for you, and as we complete and you get your rent. Before Karen, we wind up, we want us to go through a few questions, and then we can say our goodbyes. So we have Sarah who's asking, is there a specific bank or circle that you're working with for financing that is directly financing yourself?
The people who are financing us as TSAVO is actually you.
Yes.
It's actually the 1,700 investors that we currently have.
Yes.
So to be honest, there's nowhere we're getting financing. The financing we're getting is from everyone who is trusting us and buying our project even before we hit ground floor. Those are our real champions. Those are the reasons. You are the reason as to why we are here today.
Yes.
So
we are counting on you. It is only you. So I can see Alice who's saying, if you have more than 20%, be it 50%, and you're able to put it as deposit, what's the impact of using more as deposit? Instead of putting 20% into a project, I have 40, I have 50. Why don't I begin at the 50%? I have 50%. So what's the advantage of putting more as deposit?
I think the advantage is to you as the investor, because then again, when you look at all the materials we send out to our investors, like in projects, we actually encourage them to pay up faster.
Yes.
I don't want to end up in a scenario where I have I have over 300 investors who have not completed payments
Yes,
for their
yes,
unit.
yes.
Yani, if it is possible for you to complete your payment, the better for you, because then it means you get your returns faster. So if you're able to make the 50%, you have a lump sum of 50% now, and then spread the rest within 2 years, because you see, then you'll be spreading only 900,000 across 2 years, which is a very little amount every single month.
Yes.
And then at the end of the project, you're able to take up your investment and invest more.
Yes, yes,
yeah.
yes.
So for me, I think it's an added advantage. Most people would say, if you're giving me a 5-year payment plan, let me check the 5 years and pay faithfully the 5 years. Anytime you get anything, you block your mind out and say, no, TSAVO only requires 24K a month from me. But that's not the case, because you see, the faster you finish,
Yes.
the better, because the earlier you get to earn your returns. And I think we at TSAVO, the biggest vehicle we found to enable you get to financial independence is the monthly passive cash flows. And you see, if you're not getting that,
Yes.
where is it going? So you'd rather have it as quick as possible.
Yes.
Yeah.
And just to clarify, I can see Patricia is asking, what we've said is that Royal 3 is 23% sold out. So when you come in now, you're able to get the 5-year payment plan. Yes, and I can see Wanjiro, who is also an investor. Hi Wanjiro, she's asking, when someone pays before they agreed, maybe 5 years, will you still charge them interest for the remaining period?
No.
Yes.
You see, what happens is, if say for example now the 0% with the 0% model,
Yes.
you come in, maybe it's been how many months?
Yes.
6 months after construction.
Yes.
The only rent I will take is for those 6 months.
Yes.
On the 6th month, if you come and pay me the whole amount, the next month you earn your rent.
You earn your rent.
In fact, if you pay me, because what we usually do is, if you pay me before the 10th of the month,
Yes.
the whole amount, then I
Yes.
give you rent for that month.
Yes.
So that it's actually very, very good for you. Yeah.
Yes. So Wanjiro, there is no interest in our new projects. It is 0%. The only gist is after 24 months, that is the 2 years, you do not receive rent until you're able to complete. But once you complete, you receive the next month's rent. So I can also see Dorothy there, who's asking, is there a complete project? And if I get a unit in a complete project, can you give me the 5-year payment plan? Yes.
I think we once we complete our projects, most of the time we usually end up with 100% sold by the time the project is at 75%. But in the event that something happens and we have units within the project, no, we will not give out a 5-year payment plan. With complete projects, we only sell them at cash. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, Karen, for that. I can see the last comment we can go over is, I can see Tamba, who's asking, once I have completed payment for my property, do I incur the charges to say security or government taxes apart from the usual utility charges, which are standard? A whole new topic.
Sorry?
She's asking, what are the charges? What are the government tax charges once the project is complete and they're earning rent?
I don't think I get that question.
I think
You can repeat.
Yes. I think she's asking, once I have completed payment of my property, do I incur other charges? For example, government taxes, apart from the usual utility charges, which are standard. I think she's asking, does the government require for her to pay taxes once she has completed paying for the unit?
I think once you complete payment for the unit, the only charge that you have would be your stamp duty, and then afterwards, when you start earning your, of course, when you've completed payment, you'll start earning your monthly rental income.
Yes.
Then there is MRI. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we also did a
video.
Yeah, we also
Yes.
did a mini on that. Maybe she can check it out.
Yes.
Yeah.
We if you go to our page, there is a video we did a few months ago that talks about monthly rental income tax, where we discuss what are your obligations now that you're receiving rent to the government.
Yeah.
So kindly go and watch the video. It is very informative because that's a whole new topic. Kindly go over, but you can reach out to any of us here at TSAVO and we're able to take you through and let you know what are your obligations to the government.
Yeah.
we have come to the end of today's session. Thank you so much, Karen, for joining us. The topic is still very broad. We will be back again to teach you. We will be back again to share with each other and to be able to teach each other. But for today, this is where we get to the end, and we're grateful that you have joined us today. And just before we conclude, we love our TSAVO rights. We love what TSAVO rights are doing. TSAVO rights means us who are working here at TSAVO, you an investor, the residents who live with us, and even the people who ensure that these buildings are built. That is even the site workers who are working day and night to ensure that we deliver the project that we give. So today we'd like to give a shout out to one of our investors by the name Vincent Ogutu, who's an author. Vincent has done 3 books, and I love, there is one book that I really like, which is called Sacked, So What. It is very in line with our business model. So you've been sacked, so what? So that's why we're encouraging you to invest. That's why we're encouraging you to put aside as much as you can. Live within your means, put aside as much as you can. Invest so that when you're sacked, we're not asking each other, what do we do next? So he has a book by the name Sacked, So What? And a book called Life is Like That. So that is the power of life contradictions, and who are the top millionaires of Africa, and using problems as solutions to wealth creation. So you can find his books at www.nuriakenya.com. Kindly guys, support one of our very own. Go and look at his books, purchase his books, read his books. This, as we said, this is a well of wisdom where we get to learn from each other as we teach each other. So guys, please get his books, read them, and be able to understand. And also guys, we see many of you, we are on the road to 3,000 subscribers on this YouTube channel. Guys, please subscribe, share, tell a friend that we say a true friend is the person that tells you, this is what I have found, it is a good thing, it is working for me, come and enjoy in it. So please tell a friend, tell a colleague, and there's somewhere, Karen, you mentioned that this purchase price is less the discounts that are entitled to you. So here at TSAVO, if you tell a friend, you bring a friend, and they're able to buy in the product, you get a 2% referral discount. So please tell someone that you have found something good. Thank you guys for tuning in. Until next time, see you guys. Bye.
Bye.
With the rising great demand for affordable housing in the country, Roysambu has become a home to many Nairobians because of its proximity and accessibility to the CBD. This demand for affordable, amazing apartments gave birth to Royal Suburbs 1. From a distance lies the white giant overlooking the town of Roysambu, and is now a home to more than 400 young urbanites. It is also a dream come true for the investors who have been consistently earning passive rental income as the residents enjoy the serene environment, cascading gardens, and breathtaking views. With the outstanding success of Royal Suburbs 1 came Royal Suburbs 2, which soon will be home to over 400 audacious urbanites. After its launch at the end of 2021, investors flocked to fulfill this demand, and it is now sold out. We now bring you Royal Suburbs 3. Royal Suburbs 3 comes to restore Roysambu to its former glory of the Royal Suburb. With as little as 24,000 per month, you can own a piece of this suburb comprising of studio, 1-bedroom and 2-bedroom apartments ranging from 1.8 million to 4.5 million. This is an exclusive chance for you to take a step towards your financial independence journey. We believe that every aspiring real estate investor, just like you, deserves the ability to sort out their needs, wants and desires through passive rental income. This is why we tirelessly work to ensure that more and more ambitious Kenyans like you can take a step toward financial independence through affordable, amazing apartments. Invest at TSAVO today.
Hi guys, I'm a fire partner at TSAVO, and this coming Saturday we have an open day at Royal Suburbs in Roysambu. Here you get to see a TSAVO complete project, an ongoing project, and our newest baby in town, Royal Suburbs 3. Come one, come all, and let's get to answer your questions on real estate. We'll also help you to kickstart your journey to financial independence. Tupatane site on Saturday.
Hello, my name is Sheila. I'm a fire partner here at TSAVO, and this Saturday we have an open day happening in our Roysambu project where you'll get to see our complete project, an ongoing project, and the newest project in town, Royal Suburbs Phase 3. Come one, come all, let's interact, ask questions, and let us help you kickstart your financial independence journey. Karibuni sana, tupatane site Saturday.
Hi guys, my name is Beatrice, a fire partner at TSAVO, and guess what? This Saturday, all roads are heading to Roysambu. We are going to showcase our complete project, Royal Suburbs Phase 1, ongoing project, Royal Suburbs Phase 2, and finally, the newest project in town, Royal Suburbs Phase 3. Come, let us help you to kickstart your journey of financial independence. You want to go to site? I want to go to site. Let's go to site. Tuonane Saturday.
Hi guys, I'm a fire partner at TSAVO, and this coming Saturday
reason.